We welcome everybody back here to IWA television as we've got in progress Rey and Diamante with Apolo and Shane. But Jeremy Sage, what's going on with Shane?
Well, no Shane as of now. We had the announcements. Everybody got their entrances. Shane not announced. Apolo announced, and then the match began. Shane's supposed to be the partner, so instead we've got an impromptu handicap match, 2-on-1 now. Rey and Diamante taking on Apolo, and Apolo, I'll tell you what, a big, tough guy. With two guys the likes of these Millennium family members, and with the role that the family's been on, odds don't look so good for Apolo.
They certainly don't here as he eats a big elbow. Make that 2 elbows and a leg drop there from the Dominican Diamond.
Well, again, this is another one of those matchups. You see a huge power out by Apolo that I'm not sure that Rey and Diamante are so concerned about victory at this point. They might just be looking to injure an opponent, and that's exactly what they're aiming to do with Apolo here.
Certainly the advantage is with the new Millennium family members, Rey, González, and Diamante here, as Rey misses the clothesline.
Oh boy, just look at the force of those right hands. You see Rey González's head just rock back off his neck.
Certainly is. Wanted, looking for the high back body drop, but didn't get it, instead getting clipped.
Flips that leg, and you know where he's headed here now. Rey González put a lot of guys out. We've talked about it before. He's won titles with that figure 4 leg lock, and he's setting that one up here again. I don't think he's setting it up for a victory. He's setting it up for a permanent injury on the Lion Apolo.
Stretching it, hyperextending that knee there on the massive Apolo.
Well, Apolo, you don't see him lying on the lifeless on the mat very often, as he's got that leg, been working that leg pretty hard now, goes to the eyes, anything that it takes as he brings in the Dominican Diamond Diamante now.
Both these guys tagging in fast, keeping relatively fresh as they all take it to this massive Apolo.
Well, it's wolves on a kill at this point.
Certainly is here as Diamante attacks with another kick to the gut there, but wait a second.
Well, Diamante's not going to win a power battle with Apolo. And right there, he took a big face full of turnbuckle. Apolo fighting back. Right hand, kick to the gut. Sends him all the way across the ring, but misses. And Apolo missed with authority.
Jeremy Sage, bad news for Apolo there as he flies into the corner post. He might have shattered his collarbone there.
Well, I'll tell you what, we already know of his elbow being busted wide open previously. She takes this on the same arm, shoulder goes right in that steel turnbuckle, or that steel post. Apolo's not having luck with those steel posts on the ring lately.
Wait a second. No, somebody needs to stop him right now.
Tell me he's going to seek further medical attention, but I know this arena, but that's the way to the ringside area.
Jeremy Sage, you're so right.
Of course I am.
He needs to, well, he needs to not show up, Jeremy Sage.
Well, hey,
Shane,
bring him out here. Let him get his butt kicked again.
No, well,
the guy can't learn the first time. Let him learn the second time at this point.
You know, it's one thing to show a lot of courage and heart, but I don't know how wise a decision this is if Shane is indeed on his way.
Well, there's a huge clothesline from Apolo there. Apolo evening up the odds here, but he's got no one to, well,
listen to these fans, Jeremy.
What is he doing out here? Listen to these people cheer. Shane making his way up. He can barely walk. And Anarchy trying to keep him out of the ring.
Anarchy trying to keep him out of the ring, even though
huge right hand
he's a
from
part
Rey.
of this. And now Rey González taking the boots to Apolo here. And Shane, once again on the outside here, hadn't had an effect, but he can't leave his friend alone.
Well,
that's the kind of person Shane is.
But he also can't just enter the ring at will. If he is going to come out here, then he is a tag team partner, and tag team rules apply. You may not like Anarchy keeping him out, but he was doing his job. Unless he's tagged, he needs to keep his little happy butt on their apron.
Point well taken here. It's Apolo's chance here to get an advantage with a double flying clothesline.
Well, he leaves his feet with the grace of a cruiserweight, except that the man goes 300 plus.
Shane shaking on the outside. I don't know if that's pain or anticipation here as he waits for his partner, who's been partnerless this entire bout.
He's about to make the tag here, possibly. No, but Rey holds on to the leg.
Rey does hold on to the leg. Wait a second.
Earplugs.
Listen to these fans explode, Jeremy Sage.
Well, Shane's back, hobbled wheel and all, but he's taking it to Rey González right now.
He is taking it.
Look at this.
Tremendous
the bulldog. Diamante not a right hand for Anarchy, and there's a clubbing forearm to the back Shane brought down the size, but Shane's still alive here, sending Ray in. Up and over goes the champ.
Enough support in those legs to send Ray González flying into the rafters.
Well, it's pure adrenaline at this point, Boy Ibarra, as Apolo in now. Ray González, he sees a rock to his left, a hard place on the right, and he's in a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble right now as Ray González taking it both. Taking it too, whoa! Once again, sent into the rafters here by Apolo and Shane.
Wait a minute, Shane going to the top. He's gonna get some elevation behind a clothesline off the shoulders of Apolo. Diamante wiped out, and this tag match has happened after all, and Shane and Apolo, who would have thought it, they're in control.
Well, it is happening right now. The advantage certainly is in the department of Diamante and Apolo. Right now, it's Ray González and Apolo in the ring here as Shane goes to the outside.
Look at the strength of Ray González. Do not underestimate that man's strength. He just put Apolo on his shoulders like nothing and brought him crashing back down to the ring. 1, 2, just a 2 count. He was very close to putting the big man's shoulders on the mat for 3 as Diamante and Shane continue to battle on the outside.
That's right there. Almost had Apolo with that great move. But now Apolo with his own side slam taking down Ray González.
1, 2,
and now
Anarchy
come
coming
on.
Profe.
Oh.
Well, he's got to get Profe down. How dare Profe get on the apron?
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Wait a second, people, it shouldn't happen. Diamante hits Apolo with that steel suitcase.
Briefcase across the back. Diamante rolling Ray over on top. Anarchy, now that he's done his job, he's gotten Profe off. Good job there by Anarchy. 1. And Benito Vasquez out now. These referees sign these two up. We've got to see it. Anarchy eats the pole.
He does eat the post there, and now Shane's back in the ring. Shane on the attack on Ray González.
Do you have a contract to see these two go out and down the road for the title? But right now we're seeing it for free.
There it is. Inverted neck breaker, Jeremy.
But from behind, there's Diamante. DDT brings Shane down.
DDT. Ending any of that, but wait a second,
Apollo stalking. Diamante, watch out! Spear!
Tremendous spear from Apolo, almost decapitating Diamante. Oh,
did you see that? 1, 2, 3.
That's it, Jeremy. Man,
this one all over the map. IWA action here in this Coliseum as the crowd goes crazy. Apolo and Shane are your winners.
They are the winners.
Wait a minute. Well, it's going to be short-lived here as usual.
These guys cannot win or lose. They've got to get a piece of this action here.
I told you from the beginning it wasn't about the win or the loss. So they took the pinfall. Ray's still the champ, and now Ray sees a chance to take out his top 2 challengers.
That's right. Here's Apolo, though. Both Apolo and Shane are coming back here.
We see Peleito back in the ring now. Diamante, whoa, now here comes the rest of the family.
It's the
Thunder,
family.
Lightning, and Tigress.
They are here. Bad news for Apolo and Shane. Huge fight here. This is something that they've been doing the best here in the IWA lately.
Well, again, it's not enough to just be talented in the ring. You got to have allies. You got to have friends. And now it seems you have to have some type of game plan, some type of war. Vampiro is here, though. Vampiro has arrived. Slash has arrived.
Oh, hitting Slash Venom, clearing out Thunder and Lightning and Diamante. Shane running to the outside, Jeremy Sage.
Shane doesn't care. Safety was in the ring, but Ray González was outside, so that's where Shane went. We're going to the crowd.
Going right into that crowd here. Shane attacking Ray, but Shane, they're all sending the millennium. They're sending
Shane
that family packing.
The family has been sent out of the arena. We're going to see Shane and Ray down the road, but now the crowd is just going to get to see some of their favorite superstars victorious.
We're seeing the formations of groups to take on this Millennium family here. Shane, the adrenaline wearing off. That injury coming back here, Jeremy Sage. Outstanding, outstanding.